The challenge is not on the demand, the challenge is in the production.
Fabio, welcome. Fabio, what does it take to scale defense production across Europe today?
It's a big challenge, Georgie, and I think it's a challenge on multiple layers. So first of all, it takes a lot of production ramp-up capabilities because you're a bit in the no man's land, I would say, right? So defense size and defense scale-up is not anymore the haute couture size, not yet though the mass market. We are somewhere in between. So that's very complicated. That's, I think, is challenge number one. Probably challenge number two is that the whole supply chain needs to scale. And we need to go deeper into that, meaning, chemicals, propellants, a lot of dual use and basic components. So everybody needs to scale up, and some of these companies are very small. And I would say probably the third layer of challenge is that we need to scale it while at the same time preserving a certain level of sovereignty.
Can I ask your views on the fact that we're seeing some prime contractors looking at unused car factory production lines in an effort to boost production? What's your view about that? Is that the answer?
Yeah, well, I'm not among the most enthusiastic on this in the sense that, let me distinguish probably two layers, Georgie. One is, if we think about economy of war, should that happen, then of course country need to have a plan to take over, like happened in World War II, to take over the economy, all hands on deck. We saw a glimpse of that during COVID, where we end up, asking high engineering company to produce a ventilator. That's emergency answer to an emergency question. So let me put that aside. If I think about instead normal production ramp up, that what we need now, I would argue probably automotive, meaning passenger car, is not the right answer for the scale I described before. I think we're very, very far from those numbers. Of course, automotive can contribute for some segment. Off-road is a part of automotive. Agriculture is a part of automotive, agricultural vehicle. So definitely can have a help. Probably not so much as is, reading on the news these days.
Where do you think CEOs should be prioritizing their resources right now?
Well, I think first and foremost, the visibility, because I want to stick on this concept. The challenge is not on the demand, the challenge is in the production. So I think the first element in an uncertain demand signal is visibility on what's coming, visibility on what you have, visibility on what you don't have. I think probably the second layer is, for the first time in Europe, we can have a fair shot of the talent market. And therefore, that is very important. And probably the third element is helping your whole supply chain to scale up under the guidance probably of the big prime.
Fabio, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.